You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down.
Look at the stars. The great kings of the past look down on us from those stars. So whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings will always be there to guide you.
I don't think it is very useful to speculate on what God might or might not be able to do. Rather, we should examine what he actually does with the universe we live in.
We are all explorers, driven to know what's over the horizon. The most profound discoveries are not necessarily beyond that next star. They're within us, woven into the threads that bind us.
Hello, beautiful people. Happy Thursday. Happy Jupiter Day. Happy 2-2. And happy birthday to today's famous Aquariuses, including Shakira. We love that Shakira is an Aquarius. She's got that weird voice that she's famous for, right? Gerard Piqué. Is that her husband or her ex-husband? I might be wrong about that. I know he's a soccer player. Somebody fact check that. Let's see. Farrah Fawcett was an Aquarius, is an Aquarius. Not sure if she's still around. James Joyce, Christy Brinkley, Ina Garten. Lots of famous Aquariuses. Of course, if someone in our community is celebrating a birthday, let us know in the comments so we can send some birthday love their way. Happy Thursday, Corby. Hi, Rose. Hey, Elena. Hey, Rachel. Happy to see you all here. Hi, Bailey. So today's forecast, love is a big theme, but as I was about to start the live stream, I had something about manifestation come through as well. Very fitting for Jupiter Day. And actually, I would love to, before we get into the astrology forecast, just touch on the numerology of the day, on these repeating number days like 2-2, 3-3, 4-4, and so on. I love to just take a moment to tap into the numerology of the number 2. So actually, speaking of love, the number 2 in numerology represents partnerships. Energetically, 2 represents balance, harmony, union, 2 things coming together, right? So it's generally considered a more feminine force, and we're going to be talking quite a bit about Venus today. Venus in Pisces feels like a very feminine energy. Diplomacy, cooperation, love is going to come more easily today with it being such a powerful 2 day. The number 2 also associated with heightened intuition, psychic sensitivity, all things that we're going to be talking about with Venus and Pisces as well. And we can also look to the day, the number of the day. So if you add up all of the digits, you'll have to add in an extra 2 here because you have to account for 2023. So 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, of course, is 8. And then add the 3 on the end, that's 11. So today is a number 11 day. And you know what? I am not an expert on this, but I know someone who is, and I want to pull up her Instagram because I do the daily astrology forecasts, and she does daily numerology vibes. Let me see. Is this her? Does she have a dot? Hold on. I've had her on the show before. She goes by Saturn on Instagram, and her name's Jasmine. Is this her? Yes. Okay, let me pull up the vibes and see what she says about Thursday. Okay, wait. Yes. All right. Here is her take. Hold on. Thanks for bearing with me. I should have had this pulled up before, but it just popped into my head like maybe Jasmine has something that we need to see today. So let me pull up her post. And here we go. So she publishes these once a week. I love them. Time for vibes of the week. So you can see she has them for every day. Thursday the 2nd vibrates to the number 11. As we just talked about, 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 equals 11. And she says, the universe will throw a lesson your way today. You are being coached to level up and push beyond your comfort zone. Face any challenges with curiosity instead of frustration. Interesting. This is something I'm going to come back to at the end of today's forecast because I feel like it's really tapping into the energy we're heading into tomorrow and into the weekend. A lot of tension coming up. But I also want to comment on the fact that the number 11 in numerology is known as a master number. And I believe it's the master. No. Oh, it's known as the master number. Okay. And it's associated with powerful vibrations, ascensions. Of course, 11 is a very spiritual number. So today's a powerful day is what I'm trying to get at. With all of these numbers I'm throwing your way. Your daughter's on February 7th. Okay, I'll try to remember that. But if you happen to catch us on February 7th, remind us so we can send some good vibes their way. So interesting. I think that is the guy that she just split with. And the fact that they had the same birthday, it's wild. Perfect timing, Court says, just finished a client and in between sessions. Love that. So sleepy today. I have been really sluggish. The Cancer moon this month is really packing a punch. I think it's Venus and Pisces as well. We're in this very watery energy. Yeah. You're life path number 11. That's super powerful. I love that for you. Okay, let's get into the current energy though. Speaking of the moon in Cancer, the sun is in Aquarius, the moon is in Cancer. And I noticed the moon in Cancer is like really making people emotional this time around. And I don't have children. I'm not around kids that much, but I happened to substitute teach a few dance classes last night. And I was teaching tap to a bunch of 8-year-olds, and this little girl who also happens to be named Olivia, which I just love. She was just super emotional. And I mean, knowing that the moon was in Cancer, I was like, okay, how can I be like a little bit of a nurturing mama bear energy to her? So I was like, is everything okay? Because she was just really pouty, and it was so cute. She's in 4th grade, and she was like, life is just really hard right now, and my friends just don't get it, and I don't even know when I'm gonna hit puberty. I was like, I adore you. I freaking love you. I was like, girl, I get you. I get it. I understand. I'm like, how can I lean into the energy of the Cancer moon? I'm like, would a hug feel good to you right now? And her little sister's in the class, and her little sister runs up and gives her a hug, and she's like, get away from me, And I was like, is it okay if I give you a hug? And I gave her a hug, and I was like, I just wanted to be like, the moon's in Cancer, it's okay. But I knew that would just be too much. So I even during the class, they were getting a little feisty, and I was like, let's all take a deep breath, trying to tap into more of a calm energy, right? Anyway, I say that because I always tell people that children tend to experience the transits at a more heightened state. Children are more psychically attuned most of the time, and so they tend to feel energy more powerfully than a lot of adults who are thinking in our rational brain, worrying about work and bills and money. So you might notice people around you being emotional as well, or just extra emotional. I'm so exhausted. I just want my bed. Yeah, Cancer energy is like, can we just stay in bed? Can we do everything from bed? Can we eat in bed? Did the things on the moon and Cancer checklist, cried, called my mom, took a long bath, and did some yoga. Corby coming in with that checklist that we all could use under the Cancer moon. Yeah, call your mom, cry it out, take care of your body. Yeah, it was really cute. This little girl, I was just like, and I told her too, I'm like, I grew up dancing, and the dance studio is always my happy place. So I get it when life is hard outside of there, but just know that, like, channeling Cancer energy, this is a safe space for you to come, not worry about it. It was really cute though. Yeah. I used to twirl baton competitively. Oh, Rachel, okay. And I miss teaching the kids and witnessing their energy. I was happy I was there too. You know, their normal teacher is also a Virgo, and she is wonderful. And I'm sure she would have done a great job in that, probably a better job than me in that situation, because I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to handle this. I'm just going to put on my Mama Cancer coat and give her a hug. Okay, let's talk about what's going on today, though. 1:50 p.m., this connection was exact. So I'm going to pull up the chart, show you what it's looking like right now. And you can also see we are still feeling a square between the moon and Chiron right now. So we'll touch on that in a second. But what I really want to point out is a line that you won't really see in bold here on the chart, but that is Venus at 8 degrees, forming a sextile to the north node and at the same time forming a trine to the south node. So we're feeling Venus today. We're really feeling Venus in Pisces. And this is a minor connection. It's not anything we're going to feel super strongly, but I do think this sextile between Venus and the North Node is an invitation to lean into love a little bit more today. If we're experiencing any tension, if we're experiencing those heightened emotions, love is the answer. And love can also help us move toward our calling in life. Now, love seems like such an umbrella term, right? But to me, love is like expressing affection, being more compassionate, being more empathetic, things that come more easily with Venus in the sensitive watery sign of Pisces. So we can more easily find empathy and compassion, and that compassion can be our compass, can guide us in the direction of our highest calling, our highest purpose, represented by the North Node. So it's like our desires are there for a reason. Venus representing our desires, being the planet of love, money, and beauty. Our dreams with Venus and Pisces are there for a reason. And we can be more compassionate and empathetic with ourselves and with other people. Venus and Pisces doesn't necessarily feel like manifesting, like this is what I want and I'm going to go after it. It's more like, how do I want to feel? And how can I be more compassionate with myself and with other people on the journey to get to where I want to be, to my dreams, if you will? That's kind of the energy that's coming through, at least for me, when I'm feeling into this transit. I would love to hear if anything's popping up for you today. I know a lot of people have been having vivid dreams since Venus moved into Pisces as well. Like, that has been feedback across the board that I've been getting for the past couple of weeks. Like, wow, my dreams are crazy. I've been having super vivid dreams too. And we're coming into Pisces season in the next couple of weeks. I would imagine dreams are probably just going to be heightened for a little bit, unless you're Corby, who is just a vivid dreamer and has vivid dreams all the time. But for those of us who aren't used to such vivid dreams, it's a little surprising. At least for me, that I'm speaking about myself. So Venus sextile the North Node, your actual dreams, what your mind is thinking about in its subconscious state, what images are coming up, could be signaling deeper desires or even giving you hints at how to move forward, the path forward. Now, I also love this connection, Venus sextile the North Node, because there is the potential to attract new love, new money, or new beautiful, shiny things into our lives. But we do have to be open to it. We have to be aligned with the energy and trust with Venus and Pisces. Trust that the thing you want, what you desire, is coming to you in divine timing. That's where empathy, compassion can come in. It all feels linked to trust for me. Having compassion with ourselves, not having to grip so tightly on needing to make things happen at a certain time, or having our worthiness tied to a relationship or to a certain dollar amount or to a physical object, right? Trusting that we are an energetic match for whatever we want to call in, and having compassion for ourselves if we don't feel like we're being an energetic match for what we want to call in as well. Today's been a day for me personally where I have just been not feeling it. I've not been feeling it. And it's the Cancer moon, it's the watery energy. I'm just kind of a little emo today. So having compassion for myself, I know I'm not in go mode today. I'm not in like, let's get after it, but having that grace for myself, for the people around me. And I've noticed the people around me have a little more compassion for me today as well, which is much appreciated always, right? But especially under an emotional Cancer moon. Praying you all have super vivid dreams you can understand. Yeah, we've been having a chat in our transit tracking group text about, how people remember their dreams, how they dream journal. And Corby has some great ideas for all of us. She's doing voice memos, even videos of herself in the middle of the night to remember her dreams. Corby, you are like one of the most vivid dreamers I have ever come in contact with. I really feel like you could teach us all how to track our dreams. Maybe that's part of your calling, as Venus is forming a sextile to the North Node. I don't know if that feels good for you, but once you told us that, I was like, she's onto something. She is tapped into something over there. Yeah, your vivid dreams have been spicy. Okay, Venus return. Okay, love that for you. Yes to the trust. I've just been in surrender mode. Surrender is a beautiful place to be. I like that, being in that mode. Yes, doing a dream journal, like publishing a dream journal. Yes, please. I fully support this. Oh, okay. Mind of Mary Madeline has been having some spicy dreams too. It's like that famous line from When Harry Met Sally, I'll have what she's having. I had been having weird dreams, not spicy, not profound, just me like working things out. I've been being very nostalgic lately. Nostalgia has been coming up for me. And like yesterday, all these people from my past, maybe it was the moon in Cancer amplifying that nostalgia, were coming into my awareness or popping up or reaching out to me. I'm like, Mercury retrograde is over. I mean, we're still in the shadow period, but like, what's going on here? And then I was dreaming about people from my past and places I used to live. And even today, I had to go back and adjust some things on my old like portfolio website. And the universe has really been taking me back today, which is interesting as we're talking about the North Node, because remember, when a planet connects with the North Node, it's also connecting with the South Node, and Venus is harmonizing with the South Node. So yeah, we're wanting to lean into our desires. We're wanting to lean into trust in the path ahead, but it's almost more easy to flow with the past as well. This is just coming up as I'm saying this with you all. The past is coming through really easily right now, especially with Venus and Pisces. We're sensitive, we're feeling nostalgic, we're feeling emotional. Maybe you're seeing the past through rose-colored glasses as well. I've definitely been feeling that energy. Rachel, I've been super sensitive since my Reiki attunement, and I learned a tough lesson to always shield, even with your partner, and learning how to program the shield to help him as well. Yes, yes, yes to that. A very important message to talk about, not just today, but with Venus and Pisces through February 19th. Yes. Just because we love someone, just because we can see them in their highest potential, their highest light, and have unconditional love for them, doesn't mean we want to take on their energy. And that was a lesson I had to learn the hard way as well. Protecting my energy, not taking on other people's moods or feelings, right? And we've been talking so much about Venus and Pisces, but there's that phrase that Brene Brown uses coming up again. You can't have empathy without boundaries. You can't have compassion without boundaries. And your field, your aura, is literally a boundary in itself. I feel like that is the boundary with the Pisces energy coming through. So make sure you're not carrying anything that's not yours, because Venus in Pisces at its highest is like trust. We're tapped into our intuition. We have the vision, we have the dreams, but the shadow of that can be like taking on other people's energy in relationships, overextending ourselves, being overly compassionate with money. Oh, I'll pay for it. I want to take care of you. Maybe that's the Cancer moon coming through a little bit too. So yeah, but beautiful lessons and beautiful awareness. So spicy, I can't share here. Oh, my Scorpio moon is like, tell me more. Yeah, I would love a Corby dream journal. That would be amazing. Very vivid dreams from Nikki. Very tired today as well. Lots of snow where she lives. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I fully support it. I see the vision now. Okay, so I want to touch on one more thing with Venus connecting with the North Node, leaning into love, definitely helping us align with our path today, but also maybe even having compassion for past versions of ourselves as Venus trines the South Node. But I also this afternoon have been like, what do I want to spend my money on? What do I want to call in? Like, I've been dreaming about the things I want to buy today, specifically, like, what do I want my future to look like? Actually dreaming in more of a physical sense about what I want to manifest. And I love when we're working with Venus, talking about manifestation. Venus is what we're attracting, what we're calling in, right? Maybe if you're calling in a romantic partnership or even a business partnership, like, what do you want that to look like? Visioning that, dreaming that today would be a very powerful way to manifest under this sextile between Venus and the North Node. So if that feels good, take it. If it doesn't, leave it. Let's talk about this Cancer moon. I think a lot of us are feeling the Cancer moon. So we have the waxing gibbous moon in Cancer. Not only is the moon in the emotional sign of Cancer, but we're almost at the full moon. It's getting fuller and fuller every night. And as the moon gains light, our emotions become more and more heightened. That's why the full moon is like that heightened emotional state. You can think of as the moon gets fuller, our emotions get a little fuller as well, right? Cancer rules the stomach, so comfort food, very big under the Cancer moon, and just wanting to call your mom, like Corby said, wanting that nurturing energy, being comforted by familiar things, finding safety in our body, finding safety in our own skin, remembering that as Cancer rules the home, our body with the moon in Cancer is our home, our vessel is our home. So how can we take care of it and be more nurturing to ourselves, to our physical vessel, our home? Okay. Overnight, this is where some vivid dreams might have came through as well. The moon squared Jupiter at 1 a.m. Pacific time, so 4 a.m. Eastern time. And this square between the moon and Jupiter just amplified the energy. So for me, like, I kind of wanted to stay up late because of the timing it was happening at. But the moon in Cancer, basically Jupiter squaring the moon in Cancer is just amplifying that Cancer moon energy. So big emotions might have come through late last night, or even in your dreams, big feelings coming through that you're processing in that subconscious state. Big feelings, kind of this want to keep going or burn the midnight oil, or having a lot of emotions come through. 3 a.m., the moon harmonized with Venus. So very, not long, I should say, after that square to Jupiter, because Jupiter is at 6 degrees, Venus is at 8 degrees. So the moon overnight harmonizing with Venus. And I'll just jump back so we can kind of see what that looks like. So the moon and Venus connecting with each other. This allowed us to wake up feeling some sweetness, hopefully. The ability to lean into love felt a lot easier this morning. The moon and nurturing Cancer, Venus and sweet Pisces harmonizing with each other. The day started on a really sweet, sensitive, nurturing note. So hopefully you felt that. We're not really feeling that at this current moment anymore. The moon has pulled away enough from that trine to Venus that we're really not feeling its influence anymore. But, the trine to Venus and Pisces really amplifying all those Venus and Pisces themes that we've been talking about throughout the show today. The ability to have grace, compassion, empathy for other people, for ourselves as well, just really craving that nurturing, wanting to stay in bed with Venus and Pisces and the moon in Cancer, definitely feeling that as well. And then what we're still pulling away from right now is what you can see on the chart. You could see it like an hour ago. So I guess we'll jump back and you'll see the moon squaring Chiron. So the moon at 12 degrees, Chiron at 12 degrees. Wounds, triggers, past pain might have popped up this afternoon. Luckily, moon transits are very brief. And with the moon in Cancer, with all this watery energy, it feels like we're still in that healing state that we talked so much about yesterday. So any triggers, any irritations might have just felt like, oh, that still needs to be healed. That's still there. That's okay. There's so much compassion and love that we've been talking about. Like, okay, it's all good. We can love that part of ourselves. Maybe not even wanting to deal with it, just being like, I love myself and I can't go into this right now. That might have been a side effect as well. Yeah, craving comfort food all week. I feel that, the moon started in Taurus over the weekend. Now it's in Cancer. Those are the two signs where I'm like, comfort is key. Yeah. My partner bought me wine today. Now I know why. He's like, I just want you to feel good. There you go. The moon trine Venus. This morning was a morning where I was like, I just want to feel good. And I want to order the sugary coffee this morning and have something that tastes good. Not like an impulse, but more like I'm having compassion for myself and I don't really need to be super strict today. Like today's a day where I'm going to let myself experience pleasure and live a little bit and have grace for my very Virgo particular self. So moon squared Chiron this afternoon. And then the last transit we'll talk about is what we're coming into currently. And that's the moon forming a sextile to Uranus. So it does feel like there's a shift in energy coming tonight. 5 p.m. is when this is exact Pacific time, of course. But as we're looking at the current chart, you can see the moon is already starting to come into that sextile with Uranus. So I like to see it on the chart. Here it is. The moon at 14 degrees, Uranus at 14 degrees, that nice 60-degree angle helping us open to possibility, open to change. I don't see this as being an abrupt change or a surprise or anything like that. Just more like, okay, we can get a little excited maybe about the full moon, about the weekend to come, see the potential in things, see our emotions even through a different lens with the moon connecting with Uranus. It's like, yes, the moon in Cancer wants us to stay in bed and stay in our comfort zone, but Uranus is here like, it might be a little exciting if you just dip your toe into the water outside your comfort zone. Just see how it feels a little bit, or even just consider how it might feel, I think as well with the moon in Cancer, there's just this invitation to feel your feelings. Feel your feelings with the moon in Cancer. And by allowing yourself to just actually feel your feelings, how do they feel in your body? Giving yourself that safe space to do so could also open us up to new perspectives with the moon connecting with Uranus. So full invitation, feel your feelings. It's normal to feel things. And I'm looking at the chart. Okay, so the moon will oppose Mercury, I think, overnight. I want to take a look at this before we move on and wrap up here, because I want to know what time this is happening at. It's going to be in the middle of the night, I think. Let me see. I think maybe 3 a.m. Yeah, around 3 a.m. the moon will oppose Mercury. So I could see this being another night with some powerful messages coming through our dreams, especially as this is the next connection I believe we'll feel, after Uranus. After the moon connects with Uranus, it comes into this opposition with Mercury overnight. Might even be really early in the morning for you on the East Coast that you're waking up from dreams with powerful realizations as the moon opposes Mercury. And that's when insights might come through. Like Uranus this afternoon was like, okay, just be open to the insights, be open to the new perspectives, really, take the data that your emotions are giving you and be like, okay, I fully feel this. Now what is kind of what Uranus is asking. And then by relaxing, by feeling our feelings, those insights might come through in our dreams tonight, or even, first thing tomorrow morning as you're waking up. Yes, Corby, feeling is in order today, along with those comfort foods. Well, we can call in what we want. Yeah, and remember too, I love that you said this, with manifestation, with the law of attraction, like how would it feel to have the thing you want? Full permission to feel that today. With Venus and Pisces connecting with the North Node, feel how you want to feel today, and that's only going to align you with the things you want to call in. So it doesn't feel, like I said, like a day that's manifest, but instead more lean into the Venus and Pisces dreamy, Cancer moon, a little bit of indulgent state, you know, and you might just more naturally align with the path you're meant to walk, what you want to call in. I'm open to the insights. Whatever I need to know, I'm ready to receive. Rachel says, so something I realized today is those of us with Neptune and Uranus and Capricorn, the Cancer moon opposes it. Ooh, yeah, that makes total sense. This is why I love this collective experience that we have together, this co-creation. So yeah, taking a look at where Uranus and Neptune are in your chart. Definitely there could be some, if the moon in Cancer, the transiting moon is opposing your Neptune, some sensitivity, like Rachel said. If the moon is opposing Uranus this afternoon or even earlier today, you might be feeling that disruption, that rebelliousness, that need for excitement or for a thrill a little bit, which is why I love. There's so many layers to astrology, right? This is just like a general what we're currently experiencing, but when you apply the transits to your own chart, it's a whole new level of awareness. So thank you for making me aware of that today. That's not something I checked in my chart today, and I appreciate it. I appreciate you, Rachel. All right, let's finish up with an affirmation. Compassion is my compass. Venus and Pisces giving us a natural ability to have that compassion and that empathy, and compassion can be a compass, you know, for ourselves, for the people around us. How can I be more compassionate? What next steps can I take that will lead me closer to love, that will lead me closer to empathy? That's what came through when I was thinking of an affirmation today. Yeah. If you have a lot of Capricorn placements in your chart, or even a lot of cardinal placements in your chart, Aries and Libra placements, you might be really feeling the feels this Cancer moon. And now that you're saying this too, I'm like, oh yeah, the moon has been squaring a lot of my Libra placements today too. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you. Yeah, now I gotta go look. Haven't been feeling much of that watery energy, maybe because I just have so much fire, both Aries stellium and Sag stellium, but I see my toddler demanding more cuddles this week. The babies are always more attuned than we are. I really feel that. Yeah, and your Aries placements might be getting a little aggravated or activated, Rose, by the Cancer moon. There's a lot going on. Oh yeah, we touched on that. Went to an amazing coffee shop and had the best lunch. It was abundant, good on these winter days, eating yummy food. Love that. Katie, this water energy is challenging me, but grateful for the insights leading to intimacy. Yes. Grateful for the insights leading to intimacy. Yeah, and with Venus connecting with the North Node, like how we relate to other people and just simply the act of relating to other people can show us the path ahead as well. So we're sending you love, Katie. I know your earth and your air are like, oh my gosh, feeling, what is that? But you got this. You got this. I love being an astrology detective. Yeah, natural Scorpio moon over there. She's like, I got to go deeper. Okay, we're going to do a card pull from the Starseed Oracle. Felt right with all this watery energy. Yeah, exactly. My chart's energy is way more practical than feely. It's good for me, but not super easy. But isn't it nice to know, like, okay, there's a lot of water today that we're feeling, and it's a little uncomfortable for me, and that's okay. Rather than, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I would have been like, what is happening? Like, why do I feel this? And then there's that shame that pops up of like, why am I feeling like I want to stay in bed all day? Or why am I feeling super emotional? This doesn't make sense. You know, that's why I love astrology, why I do the live streams, why I write the forecasts every day. It's just such a great way of reflecting on myself and how I'm feeling, and having that empathy for myself, that grace for myself through connecting with the planets. All right, let's do a card pull. Definitely going to do a deep breath today. I think that's in order for those of us who are feeling all the feelings. So, yeah, it is life-changing. Super powerful. Okay, so as we take a deep breath, the deepest breath you've taken all day, just as we tap into the element of water, picture that breath cleansing your body, just clearing your energy field as you exhale, pushing out any density, any darkness, anybody else's energy that's stuck in your field, and then asking the universe, what do I need to know? Here we go. Breathe in nice and deep. And let it out. What do we need to know? The card is literally a girl submerged in water. I don't know if you can see, but yeah, there's just a face sticking out of water, and the card is weight of the world. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Whoa, okay. We hear you, universe. It's the first time I've ever pulled this card too. Already love it. Let's hear what insights the universe has for us. Weight of the world. You don't need to carry it all. You're no good to anyone if you're running on empty and bogged down by the weight of the world. This card is a reminder to look after your own well-being before anyone else's, to stop carrying the world's problems on your shoulders, to put on your own oxygen mask first. In these changing times, it's hard not to feel overwhelmed by the state of the planet. However, you can't take on its problems from a place of energetic depletion. This card is thanking you for caring so much. You want to build a better world and ease the road for others, and that is incredible. But the way you've been doing so is likely unsustainable. This isn't to say you should switch off the world's problems and become unconscious. Rather, it's a call to establish clear boundaries so you're not constantly taken out energetically. The planet needs you to be healthy, both physically and emotionally. So, instead of digesting the news or reaching for your phone as soon as you wake up, show up first to a nourishing practice like meditation, soul inquiry, deep breathing, or exercising in nature. Once you're in a state of grace and your inner well is full, you can face the day, the state of the world, and care for others. And at the day's end, take an energetic shower by emptying out anything that's not yours to carry. You can pick it up again the next morning, if you so choose, but give yourself time and space to rejuvenate and rest. What are you carrying that isn't even yours? Boom. Just instead of a mic drop, it's like card drop. But seriously, I mean, how powerful is it that we were like, let's just clear our field, let's cleanse our energy. And then this is the card that came through. We literally called in this card, and so on point with so many of the things that you have all been talking about, really feeling a lot, maybe not protecting your energy enough. I love this card coming through with Venus and Pisces and the Cancer moon, the two energies we've been talking most about today, being the most nurturing energies, wanting to take care of other people, wanting to make sure other people are comfortable, but you can't pour from an empty cup. So this card is the reminder, take care of yourself first. Give yourself what you need before showing up for other people. And personally, this was such a confirmation for me today because I was not feeling up to coming on and holding space for other people, to be completely honest. I was like, I got to take care of me today. I just got to sit in my PJs for a while and be cozy and have that compassion for myself before I can hold that space for other people. And if you're feeling like that, either that you've already done that or maybe you need to do that, this is the permission slip. Absolutely. Calling me out for not shielding or reminding you and confirming that that is the lesson you need to learn right now, or that you are learning right now. Not even that you need to learn. You've already learned it. Like the confirmation, like, good job. This is like, great job, Rachel, for realizing this. Yeah. A message to the queens of the universe. Yes. I love how we got the Queen of Cups yesterday. Like, feel all your feelings. It's beautiful to feel your feelings. And now it's like, and protect your energy. Yeah, feels like a little bit calling us out. Yeah, of course, the kings of the universe too. Yeah, so right. Yeah, you saw my story. Like, I just need to have grace for myself and slow down this morning, and it's gonna get done when it gets done. And then boom. Thank you, universe, for that confirmation. Rose says, very off topic, but I just realized your hair has gotten so long. I remember when you wanted to manifest long hair a while ago. I know, it's been a year. I've been talking about it for a year. So thank you for noticing. It does need a little bit of a trim, I'm not going to lie, but just still really celebrating the manifestation as it's happening. Now I'm manifesting healthy hair, long, healthy hair, because the ends are a little sad right now, but luckily you can't see the ends too much anymore. Yeah. Thank you for noticing. You just made my day. A successful manifestation under my belt. Thank you, Corby. Thank you. Yes, I'm so grateful this message resonated with you, Katie. Thank you, universe. Wow. I was just thinking today I need to start waking up and do nothing for a half hour before I start work. Yes, I have been having that same realization, Rachel. Give myself time to wake up, make intentions instead of diving in right away. Slow and steady. Yeah. Don't need to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders all the time. Giving yourself that space to check in, take care of you, make some tea, make some coffee, nourish your body in whatever way feels good. Do a little movement, some journaling first thing before you show up for other people. All right, everybody. Well, I'm just reminded how grateful I am for this community, how good it feels to check in with you all every day, to check in with the transits every day, to process our emotions together and to hold space for each other. This has become another beautiful manifestation. Yes, I know, my hair, I manifested it, but this is something I've been manifesting too, and you are all part of it. And I hope you feel that if you were calling in community, this community is something you've manifested on your end too. Always so on point with my life right now, even after not being on in weeks. You always receive the message when you need to hear it. So I'm glad it resonated today. So thankful for each and every one of you. So proud of each and every one of you for showing up for yourselves today, for continuing to show up for this community, and for sharing your light once your cup is full first, right? Being able to share your light with the people in your life all around the world. I love you all. Yeah, wait for that Leo full moon to bring the fire. It's coming. It's coming. So tomorrow we'll talk about some of the tension leading up to the full moon, because allow yourself to slow down and rest today and really feel the things. Starting tomorrow, we're going to experience a shakeup. We're going to talk through the energy of the weekend tomorrow, Friday, Saturday. We'll touch on the Leo full moon as well and what that's bringing. So I hope you have a nice, restful, nourishing end to your Thursday, to your Jupiter day. I love you right back, and I will see you all tomorrow. But until I see you next, stay curious. Thank you so much for joining us and aligning with the energy of the universe today. If you enjoyed this morning's episode of Transits Today, you can join our live astrology discussion every weekday morning right here wherever you're watching. And head to thespiritualjournalist.com to read your daily astrology forecast and browse the Spiritual Shop. The most fun way to help keep these forecasts free and support more content like this is to buy yourself a little something on our website. But if you're feeling extra generous, you can also buy me a coffee to fuel future live streams. Just tap the link in the description or head to buymeacoffee.com and search The Spiritual Journalist. And speaking of, you can also tune in to The Spiritual Journalist, our weekly live interview where we ask our guests questions about everything from crystals and manifestation to mental health and the environment. Those conversations stream live right here wherever you're watching now every Tuesday. I'm so grateful you found us here, and I can't wait for our next conversation.